pet him?
No. Now, both of you go away. I'm a hermit, and I don't like people, or I don't like bears.
Ruth Barton was murdered last night, and one of you men did it. What'd you do that for? Why did you do it?
Oh, hush. Time you drew an iron, they'd have been in Mexico.
You hit one of our own men.
Well, I missed. I never fired one of the darn things before, did I?
Voila.
Hey, it's you.
Unreal. In the paper.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
Ben's in trouble, too.
You've got this all wrong, Mark.
Can't we talk about it tomorrow, Dad? Please?
All right, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Je me demande si Titania s'est réveillée et quel est le premier objet qui s'est offert à sa vue. De quoi est-elle amoureuse?
I can't keep my hands off.
Adieu, mes amis. Ainsi, disons fini.
Yes, they make me so nervous.
For 3,000 years, these words were transmitted orally, for they were sacred in themselves, and only Brahmins could memorize them.
Of clumps of trees, the forming of serpentine walks, and you have the whole recipe of the English garden, established here by 1740.
For them, Shiva is both male and female, and to express that balance, they wear their hair as half man, half woman. How old is the temple, Raja?
Nobody knows the origin of the temple.
Alan, are you all right?
Yeah. There was a call. Catherine said it was the rumor, but it wasn't.
In case anybody thinks I'm only imagining things, I believe there is no Harold Dennis, no student rumor. I believe that Eric Walters is living here pretending to be Harold Dennis. And just in case, I think Eric wants to do me harm. This house and this property are valuable, and they're half mine.
This, Harold Dennis. What department did you say he was majoring in?
I think he said biology.
I called him, but he gave no answer.
Everybody put your hands together. Come on, it's live tonight. Come on, raise them up, come on. Wave your hands in the air. Just party like you just don't care. Rock. I say, wave your hands in the air. Come on and party like you just don't care. Say rock.
Show me your hands.
Come on and party like you just don't care. Say do-do. And we do the do-do. So let's do the do-do. Everybody say do-do-do.
I'm aware, yes it's me. We all sing to a theories, 1, 2, 3. And if you pardon me the simile, I'm a one baguette family. How can this be me?
Wish there was some way we could help him.
Ah,
with us. But now, over to Brian.
You're a musical genius.
And here we have the most fantastic team from
St. Martin's Youth Centre in Birmingham.
I ask you, Posy Von Tutti Frutti, I ask you, I have been funking, ladies and gentlemen.
From function to fetish, and now all the way to fashion.
None of you like Christmas?
They've all gone off to do some last-minute shopping.
Black leather and it's mine, oh mine. It's just like 1959. Skin tight jeans, jet black hair, buckle down shoes, baby, ain't no square.
I still wish I had just one more pebble for the pile. Or are we using link in the chain today?
Of easy productivity gains and higher profits looks as if it may soon be over.
If you're serious about us getting married, then it's essential. I don't know how much more I can stick.
He was the wheelwright. But, of course, after the last war, tractors came in.
Now, tell me something. How the hell does any homicide take 7 years to clear, you know? I think you guys had a really soft touch.
Welsh bitter, I mean. Is it?
Aye, I think so.
I wanted brains.
I wanted you to have brains too, but it's too bloody late now.
Cold things really hurt.
I can remember all them working at the very different shops, the one at Downton, the one here.
Especially the one here I know very, very well. He's a great character in the village.
Wheelwrights and blacksmiths' workshops both are sold.
Gosh, how old was I?
All right, next question, general knowledge.
And last week's quarterfinals underlined what a high-quality competition this has become.
You give me a test that measures what I do in this school every single day, and I'll be glad to take it.
It's from the Lasers Club in Stevenage.
And I'll drop the two of them here, and hopefully they'll hit the ground at the same time.
Well, I can see I'm not wanted here.
A little bit impetuous, Peter Smith. And the game goes to the...
The planet had been seen 6 weeks earlier here at Cambridge with the Northumberland telescope.
I'm surprised you were court martial.
I was.
At the borders where things shift, where you leave the United States and you enter that specialized part of the world called the third world. When you enter that world, then you permit yourself actions in order to maintain the resources coming into the United States and everything else. You permit yourself actions that you would not permit in the United States.
And because of the physical fact that this country is so young, it's not so easy to always stand back and look at your own country and see what is valid and what great things you really do have. You know, I think that a lot of people out there don't realise the importance of jazz music and the importance of that whole tradition. Whereas I think in Europe people do, and they can see it. They can see how valid it is and how wonderful it is, actually.
And now here's Bobby Brown with his latest video. With a hit from the movie Ghostbusters 2, here's On Our Own.
And I think each professional sphere, so to speak, should make sure that its own house is in order.
Militär yesterday Afrika gekommen, Druck auf die Regierung auszuüben, den verbotenen afrikanischen Nationalkongress ANC zu legalisieren.
Mr. Crocodile. What artist has had the most top 10 hits without ever reaching #1? Well, until recently, the answer was John Fogerty. Now, it's a superstar from New Jersey.
Between housing and industry and facilities for leisure.
Becky wants to know, in the rock era, what artist has had the most top 10 hits without ever reaching #1? Well, until recently, the answer was John Fogerty. He had 9 top 10s with Creedence Clearwater Revival and 1 on his own, but no #1s. Then, a little more than a year ago, the boss passed him. Amazingly, Bruce Springsteen has now had 11 top 10s with no #1s.
Through the application of scientific Marxism, you're able to sort of, through telling people facts, the truth, you're able to a certain extent to have the scales drop from their eyes and they can see the world as it is. And I didn't subscribe to that scenario.
Find out all the dirt if there is any. I'd like to cover myself.
He seems to be driving a van or something.
Nucleo goes in.
And they proved that riot shields can also be useful in dealing relatively non-violently with offenders armed with anything from a stave to an axe, even inside a house.
It's like the moment.
It looks as if Lucy will be a strong rival to Ming. But Ming the panda won't pander to Lucy, no, not on your life. She prefers her ice cream and sunshade on the first summer day we've had for over a month.
If it is dangerous, generally you're going to get hurt or you get killed.
Sir Robert, whose father effected the rescue, was for 22 years Member of Parliament for Bristol West. Lady Cook's most famous forebear may be Fortnum of Fortnum and Mason, but by remarkable coincidence, she is a descendant of Sir William Martin, who received Henry VII's charter to build Athelhampton.
I think Little Girl Cat is a wonderful name. It's a brilliant name.
Rather like Cardinal Wolsey's closet.
Oh, you know it all, so do I, yes, absolutely.
I'm ashamed to say I can't remember the name of the lady.
When you're that age, you don't stop to think, do you?
You see, you can put it right back and really nod off to sleep.
Nothing new under the sun, a sort of real Parker Knoll piece, that.
Well...
I'm not going to give up on the kid. Now, I know something can be done. It's going to take time, that's all.
That's not a murder, Joe, that's a massacre.
It all comes up. It sounds so bloody easy when you say it, but when you're actually doing it.
It's now 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's not like it everywhere.
Hey, that's a point.
Could explain a lot, couldn't it? I mean,
I don't think it's possible to do it without resurrecting some of it. It's not that the whole thing comes up now.
What does your detective ability tell you about this? Do you think this is where he did it?
That's right, do it. There was no blood. I'd say it'd have to be here.
D.
Please, now try and get hold of yourself, Miss Sherman. It's all right.
And it would be irresponsible of us to await the decision-making day before bringing it to public attention.
Sons and daughters. A very peculiar question. When you're hearing the sonata played...
Is your name Ryan Hamilton?
If it is.
Then you're my dad.
Great electricity here as we look forward to seeing possibly some top-class two-year-olds on the Lançon Champagne Stakes.
Oh, you're going to start all that again, are you?
The sort of emotions that are expressible in a wordless musical art form like a concerto, as opposed to the operatic form in which the actual emotions are expressed, not just simply in the voice, but by means of the voice, in words.
Timmy says to us about a great new programme, starts tomorrow, Go Getters.
Was not only to celebrate, but also to promote an image of one British political leader who's ready and willing to work closely in Europe.
Spa, source of purity.